everyone. This is Hannah Hanley, and I'm joined by Nate Ganna. We've both worked in the alcohol industry for over a decade. Through the years, our partnership has grown, and we now work together on several projects. We're excited to launch Caviar and Chips podcast, meant to educate on what is happening in the alcohol industry, including trends and news. We'll also give regular updates on our own lives. As we get into this, we'll add interviews and more segments. Let's go. Welcome back to another episode of Caviar and Chips. I'm Hannah Hanley.
I'm Nate Ganna.
We're here today to talk about what's going on in the alcohol industry, what's happening in our lives, and mostly just shoot the shit.
Heck yes. Love it. How are you?
I'm good. I mean, I cannot even describe to you the chaos of my house this morning because it snowed last night. So we had a 2-hour delay for school. But Walter, my son, still woke up at 7:15, and then he was like, I'm getting my snow stuff on. And so he was fully dressed, sledding down the hill in our backyard, built a snowman, all of that before 7:40 a.m.
Get out of here.
And then my daughter came down the stairs looking like she does every morning with her hair just everywhere, bleary-eyed, like,
She's got
and
sass.
then she goes, oh yeah,
She's got sass.
She goes, Mama, it snowed. And I was like, yeah, do you want to get your snow stuff on and go play with Walter? She goes, no.
So really just Walter hanging out, doing his thing.
Yeah, just hanging out. He forgot to put arms and then on the snowman. He was carrying it around like a baby, and then he was calling it baby Remy, which is my sister's baby. He says, I made a baby Remy snowman.
Are you serious, dude? Okay, you win. How's the snow out there? And first of all, you're a champ for... Wait, the bus came and picked them up, or did you take them?
So that was all before 8 a.m. So then I made dinosaur waffles, and, breakfast. And then Amelia had to have her post-breakfast snack before she got dressed because snack queen.
Obviously.
And then she had to go do some arts and crafts and color and stuff on the coffee table. Well, she put her snack on a plate on the coffee table, and our dog ate it. What it was a chocolate granola bar.
No, you're lying.
So our freaking little dog that is like 10 pounds. So then I'm Googling, calling the vet. They're like, you need to call like the dog poison control, blah, blah, blah. We think she's going to be fine.
You're not serious.
And then my sister calls me on her way to work, and she's like, hey, how's it going? We're like going to Utah. So we're like trying to plan out our outfits and our ski days and everything. And I'm like, I got to call you later. I got too much going on. Amelia finally got dressed. We made it up to the bus stop. And by this time, it's like we left our house at 10. So imagine everything else that has happened in that time.
I don't think I was awake at that time, but keep going.
So 10 a.m. rolls around. I'm like, all right, go. We got to get out of the house. Let's go. Come on. And I say, get your shoes on about 35 times before anyone puts their shoes on. And then we finally walk out of the house and get up to the bus stop. And Amelia is playing with a literal piece of trash and hitting everyone with this like stick that's a piece of trash. And so my husband, Rory, took it away from her, and then she started crying right as the bus arrived and wouldn't get on the bus. So then I lifted her up, put her onto the bus, and was like, bye. And I was like, then we're walking down, and I was like almost crying. I'm like, I'm such a bad mom. I just forced her to get on the bus. I feel so bad for the bus driver. Anyways.
Are you okay?
All of that before I got back to the house at 10:20 a.m.
Okay. Wow. Well,
how was your morning? Were you
my morning was not that. My morning was not that. We got up at 10.
I hadn't even finished my coffee.
Wow.
I had not even finished my coffee. My coffee was cold.
That is crazy. I can't say any of that stuff. I'll just say my morning was nice. Let's just put it
Oh,
that
that
way.
sounds
Had a
nice for
great
you.
morning. Yeah, yeah.
I love my kids. I love kids and I love everything that is part of my life. But sometimes I think, wow, Nate must have really different mornings than me.
I had a little bit of a different morning. Yeah, had a nice lift this morning. Was a real good lift in the gym. Just a really relaxing morning. Had a quad shot iced espresso. Went to lunch. Had another quad iced espresso, and saw my girlfriend off to the airport. That's about it, you know.
Mm,
Then grabbed a set of ebony and ivory from my buddy Anthony here in the city, and just hanging out. Then I had the utmost importance to just now was the pure sweat sauna studio that I got to do every day. Obviously, a nice little
mm,
sauna, you know.
yeah.
And then a
Hmm.
friend of mine dropped a bottle off at my house, which he made for me, which I've got to tell you is the coolest thing ever. So, have you heard of Southern Collective?
No.
So Southern Collective is a local Nashville distillery. They're down the street from my
Hmm.
house. But the coolest part is they do their barrel picking, they do Starlight, they do Green River, they do cool stuff, but you can customize your wax. And my favorite team is the North Carolina Tar Heels, and he gave me North
Cute.
Carolina wax.
Why do
Yes.
you like the Tar Heels? That's
So the
weird.
Tar Heels, apart from this year, are the greatest basketball team to ever exist. I
It's
like them.
giving 90s.
It was 98 or 2000. I think it was 90. I think it was 2000. They were barely even set to make the tournament. And they had this team with Ed Cota that made the Final Four that should not have made the Final Four. And ever since then, I have been in love with them. So I'm a diehard Tar Heel. I went to the national championship when they played Gonzaga against Christian. I beat Christian. True story here. We went to the bar outside the stadium in Scottsdale, or in Phoenix rather, and we got a table, got bottles, invited Christian to the North Carolina bar. He came to the bar, he cried at the table, and he walked out of the bar without having a drink. I swear to God. And I love that man so much. But he genuinely said, I love you, but I cannot celebrate with you. I have to go to the losing bar. And he went and walked his sorry ass to the Gonzaga bar. I swear to God. You
And
can't.
he was just crying.
He was crying and he couldn't control himself on that side. And he just said, I love you, but I can't be here. And he walked to the Gonzaga bar just to be
Oh
with
man,
the consolation prize.
sports, 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 sports.
Sports does crazy things to people, crazy things to people, and
Did you
that's one
have
of
the
them.
Tar Heel starter jacket? I feel
No,
like that,
I have
or
some
the
really.
hat, the snapback.
No, I kind of want to for the next episode. I'll bring out my. I think I have a North Carolina Tar Heel doll. His name's Ramses. I'll bring him out. He's around
Doll?
here. Yeah, yeah. And you press him.
Why am I just picturing like a porcelain doll?
No, no, like a stuffed animal, and it's got a North Carolina jersey on. His name's Ramses because that's
Oh,
the
okay.
Ram, and
Okay.
he sings the Tar Heel anthem. Or he used to
Okay.
in the year 2001 when I got him. So I don't know if he still
Hmm.
does, but yes, that's
Hmm.
what's up. Tar Heels are the greatest team that ever existed. Now, don't talk to me about this year because this year sucks and I hate life, and
Oh,
we're probably not going to make the tournament. But Gonzaga might not either because
mm.
they're terrible too.
Yeah, I haven't been paying attention. I always forget that like March Madness is so soon.
Biggest time of the year, my biggest degenerate gambling weekend of the year. It's the
You said you weren't
most.
gambling anymore.
I
Are you not?
until March Madness. Until March Madness. I'm
Oh.
I'm off the sauce until March Madness. Come on. Come on, let's be real here. That's the most profitable weekend of the year. I will give away a tip, and if anybody wants to take my advice on it, they absolutely can. No matter what, if you play an even amount of money across all 32 games on the 2 days, always betting on the underdog, you will profit on every single year. If you bet the underdog every single year, no matter what, on the first 2 days of the tournament, you will win.
All right. I guess I'm sports betting. What
You
kind of
are
money are we talking here? Like
anything
$2
you want.
bets or
Yeah,
like
whatever you want. Whatever you're comfortable with betting, I guarantee you, if you put, let's say you put $5 a game, so $160 on
that's
32
not an
games.
even amount.
Yeah, $5 a game,
No, five.
32 games.
Oh, five. Okay. I thought you were saying it had to be an even number.
No, 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 no. If you
I
put
was going full conspiracy. I was
no,
like,
no, 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 no. Jeez, come on. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just a gambler. No, no, no. If you put $5 a game on every single game and you bet on the underdog every single game, by the end of the 2 days, you will be on top.
okay. All
Just
right. I
saying.
guess we're sports betting.
That's a no-brainer because there's a lot of 15 to ones and 5 and 10 to ones that end up winning, and that covers like the other games that you would lose. So
Oh.
it ends up being a very profitable strategy every single year. Just FYI. So, and
But we are not experts and none of this is advice.
this is not advice. This is just a discussion, an open discussion, Hannah. That is completely correct. I do not advise that you do this. If you have problem gambling, call it 1-800-GAMBLING.
We are not experts in this and don't listen to anything we say.
Do not do that. That's a good point, actually. I should have disclaimed that one.
It's fine.
I need a drink with you right now. I need a drink with you right now. That
Oh,
would go
man. I
well.
can't. I'm in my local WeWork, the public the public library. Yes. Speaking of WeWork, how are we feeling about the tariff, not tariffs?
The tariff, not tariffs. The psych tariff? The tariff
Psych.
psych. Yes.
Hmm.
Wow. I can't say that nobody saw that coming.
Gotcha.
That is just crazy. What a 24 hours. First of all, went viral on my post that Doug Ford wrote about the Ontario economy no longer supporting American essentially American alcohol. And starting Tuesday, the ban would take full effect, and they will delist everything from the shelves. And then
Yeah. So okay, to recap, Ontario LCB, which
LCBO,
goes by LCBO,
yes,
the LCB of Ontario,
hmm
Liquor Control Board of Ontario, said that they were going to remove all US made spirits from their shelves, and that was going to be worth $1 billion to the US economy in export.
correct.
Today, they came back
And
and
said,
said,
"Psych,
gotcha.
we're not actually doing this." So I think the edge of it was had to be that Mitch McConnell letter. You know, if you
Yeah.
if you don't know Mitch McConnell, he is the governor of Kentucky, and
Well, one note on that, Mitch McConnell is not the governor of Kentucky. He is a senator. And I have since roasted Nate about that.
he wrote this letter stating that this was absolutely detrimental to the bourbon industry, which it is. The only real losers in this whole thing was the bourbon industry. And I say that because they're already in such a hard place to begin with how bad everything is going right now. And that part's their own fault, but this one was by no fault of their own. And BCLDB, where I'm from, British Columbia, only banned red state products. You could
I
still
forgot
be,
about that.
yeah, you could still be a blue state. You could be a Washington and bring your products up. So
Mhm.
that was that was a very explanatory situation as well. So California was okay, Washington was okay, so they weren't going to be worried about that. But the big boys were definitely not on the winning side of that one. So this definitely helps the bourbon industry and keeps it afloat for at least another 30 days from that perspective.
Yeah, you got a lot of comments and stuff. Okay, my favorite comment was there's always ice wine.
And that was from
That's
Kenny.
funny.
That was from Kenny.
Oh, Kenny. Oh my God,
Kenny.
I forgot about him. I
Ah,
mean, I didn't, but
Kenny.
I did, you know?
Well, I mean, he moved out of Washington State and couldn't have gone any further. So I don't blame
He
you.
did? Where'd he go?
He's in Florida. Hence why he
Miami
hasn't been
makes
around.
sense for him.
It
Okay.
does, right?
Shout out Kenny.
Shout out Kenny. I had this one guy just chirping away yesterday. But anyway, I think it was
But they
really
rolled him
good to.
back. Yeah, so today for both Mexico and Canada, it was announced that they're going to take at least 30 days and reevaluate.
Yeah, I do wonder what that reevaluation looks like. I do think
Yeah,
that
no shit.
there will be something there for sure. It's not nothing. But
Yeah.
man, Doug Ford was ready to go to war. Holy smokes, dude. That was insane.
Yeah.
He canceled the $100 million Starlink contract today with Elon. And
I
I was
saw
like,
that too.
wow, you just do not give a fuck. Wow.
I mean, I respect it.
Hmm.
I was I respect the aggressive moves.
At that point, you go
It's
off
how
the
you get shit
rails.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly.
it's how you get shit done. God. Oh, when is Trudeau out?
Oh God, hopefully yesterday.
March? So he resigned, but he has to be replaced by someone of his party. This is where like US politics versus global politics is so confusing.
Seriously, right? But they
Yeah.
say that it will take a good, legitimate 8 years for the next person to get back on track with what he has done. So to undo Trudeau's doings would take about eight
Agenda.
years. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't like
No,
it.
I don't. You and I are very peaceful people. That's why this is like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, bro, it's all grim news.
Yeah.
All
I
right, hit me with
know.
some
So
more grim
okay.
news. Hit me with some more negative stuff.
Okay. Really? All right, yeah. We'll do the last negative thing and then we'll do the fun things.
Okay.
Diageo is closing their bottling plant at Stitzel-Weller in Louisville. That affects 30 jobs.
No.
It's a restructuring. They are offering those people, jobs other places.
Oh,
Tasting rooms will still stay open. Distilling will still happen there. So that's um,
oh.
whatever brands they still distill. It's just the bottling is
Well, then that's not
moving.
that bad. I think when you become that big,
It's
you
hard.
got that big for a reason, right?
Yeah.
And you
So you
know,
have to make big decisions.
gotta
Yeah.
make big boy decisions. I think a lot of the things that
Mhm.
they did probably weren't particularly good moves looking back on them, but I think they're also planning for the
Yeah.
future.
I mean, they do say that they've invested nearly $290 million in Kentucky since 2019. I mean, and they have over 1,600 jobs in the state. So, I mean, it's
Yeah.
when you think about it like that, and that's probably a PR spin. I love a PR spin. It's who I
Yeah.
am at my core. I think when we talk about any aspect of the industry changing, it's Diageo is usually at the forefront of getting more and more efficient, which we respect as well. So,
Well, just to touch on that and go back to the tariffs there, the people that would have
hmm
lost were the good people of the state of Kentucky, really, right? Like
yeah,
we have
hmm
so many close friends that we truly love and cherish between the two of us, and a lot of them would have been out of
yeah,
jobs for sure if this had gone that way, which really sucks.
yeah,
So I am happy that
yeah.
that didn't happen.
I mean, Rory and I are going to keep doing our part and drinking a lot of Guinness. So,
So the Irish can stay busy, or are
so
they
there's I
bottling
don't know.
that
There's a
and Guinness?
Diageo brand. It
There you go.
contributes to the Diageo portfolio.
The greater economy of Diageo. So you are doing your part. I love that.
I'm doing my part of splitting the G.
Splitting the G. I witnessed that the other day. That was really cool when you thought your husband was Irish, even though he is not, in
I know
fact,
that was embarrassing.
Irish. Yes, and he called
It
you out at your at his
is.
birthday, which was great.
I, I know. I was like, I'm
Crazy.
sorry, I'm so embarrassing. Okay.
You're mortifying.
sometimes I just, sometimes I just shoot from the hip.
You do. But everybody loves you, so you can do it. That's the thing. That's the problem that I have right now, is that even if you mock me, everybody's like, oh my God, it was Hannah. It doesn't even matter. She's so great. And I'm like,
It's because
well,
I
just
just
kill me now.
cackle after. I just cackle. I just,
I don't think you and I have ever actually gotten mad at each other, which is probably
no.
also like something that's so cool because we can just grow our relationship that way as business people because you don't get
Yeah.
this like psychosis that some people I hear. I'm like, oh my God, dude, if I had a boss that did that, like I would just be like, whoa, this is just way too much for me. you know?
Well, I mean, I've been there. And
Yeah.
I think I've maybe been that boss before too. So
Yeah.
I, over the past few years, I have learned a lot about myself and I've worked on myself a lot
Oh,
to
wow.
make some good changes and be more just chill and accepting of people.
Wow,
So
good for you. That's really cool. That I didn't even think about that part, that you would have done that in your old role. Of course. Yeah. Wow.
yeah, I was probably a bitch. I probably ruined lots of people's days.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Sorry. Shout out to my amazing team that I managed before. I love you all and I'm so sorry.
No wonder Rory's so scared of you. This is making
He's
so much
not.
sense now. I'm getting this. Bam! I got one in.
Mm.
Finally. Finally.
All right. On a positive note, you want to hear something fun?
I want you to acknowledge that I got a good one in just now.
Zing.
Zing. All right. We're off the zing.
Oh, yay. Okay. So I have three things. I'm going to start with the one that I think is the funniest. Twin Peaks went public
Did they really? Are you serious?
for $17 a share.
They're doing that well?
Val- Valuation of over $1 billion. And I
You
was
are
like, what?
kidding me. Really?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, moving on from Twin Peaks. Yeah, got it. Got it. Got it. Oh, Owl's Brew did a partnership with Chelsey Handler. So remember how we were talking about Owl's Brew, the tea, the spiked tea,
Yes.
and how they came out in like 2018 and anyways. So I guess Chelsey Handler's team, or Chelsey, maybe it was Chelsey directly, reached out to Owlsbrew and said, hey, I'm doing this book tour. I'm doing a comedy tour. And one of the stories that I'm telling is based around having a lemonade stand where the lemonade sales were slow. So I stole some vodka from my parents and spiked the lemonade. And so it was like, can we do like a spiked lemonade? And so she partnered with Owlsbrew and they're releasing that right now, which I
Are
think
you
is so fun
serious?
and different.
That
Yeah.
is so cool. That's actually a cool
Yeah.
story of like a celebrity actually being involved with something like that. That's neat.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. Best, like most authentic story I've heard in a while. Even if it's not true about the lemonade stand, the vodka, and it's just like a comedy bit, like it's still a good story.
That's a great story. Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. Sweet. Good for
So
her.
that's fun.
She's popular, so that'll do well. That's cool.
She's popular.
She's
Not
po-
your
sh
style.
Oh, no, I actually like her. She's great. I didn't think she was, to be honest, with you, I didn't think she was relevant anymore.
I
Just
know.
being,
It's been a while. I feel like it's been a little while, but she's been kind of popping up.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah. I did see her in Whistler one time,
Come on, really?
like in the gondola line.
That's cool. I've
Yeah.
heard she's cool.
So that was cool. Yeah, she was nice. I was
Wow.
like, Chelsea.
Sick. All right.
uh,
All right. Number three.
okay. All right. Last thing, Super Bowl ad predictions. Okay. Have you been seeing the Shane Gillis Post Malone ad
I
like
have.
teasers?
I have.
They're so good. Bud Light is back, baby.
Bud Light's back. Let's just make that official. Bud Light is more than back.
Yeah.
Uh, who
Yeah.
do you think's going to have some good ads this year?
Probably Remy. They're gonna do something.
You
What
think?
are we talking? Just alcohol space?
No, no, no. Everything. Everything.
Okay, yeah, Remy's gonna do something. They always do. AB, of course. I always
Yes.
love the horses and the dog. That's makes me want to cry
You know
every
what? Yeah,
time.
Bud is definitely going to kill it. You're right. Now that I realize
Yeah,
that.
they're gonna
Yes.
kill it.
Yeah.
And then, okay, what about you? Who do you think?
Ooh. As usual, I'm just going to go with, I think Doritos is going to kill it. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
I think Doritos is
yeah.
gonna kill it. I would say this
Mhm.
year is gonna be some non-elks. I don't know who, but I'm gonna say some
Mhm.
non-elks are gonna come out and try and capitalize on the situation right now and get their hands on this
Yeah,
this thing right now. Going back
yeah,
on something quickly and kind of, I don't know how I
yeah,
thought of this. Did you watch the Grammys?
yeah.
Uh, love that Kendrick Lamar won everything.
I know he won everything. I did think it was cool how the CEO, what So he came out and he was like talking about how they've really reevaluated, and the weekend originally was going to boycott, or was saying he's boycotting the Grammys, and then the weekend performed, which was a very strange performance with the arms.
I didn't see the
Did you see
performance.
it?
Really? No.
Oh, it was so freaking. It was like they were coming out of the dead. It was very weird. Maybe that was the point. I don't get it. Anyways, it
Weird.
was giving cold. It was
Ooh.
very colty. But
Did people like it?
anyways, he was talking. I don't know. I gotta go on, not X, I don't know, threads or whatever,
That's
see what people are
crazy.
saying. TikTok. I'm gonna go on TikTok and see what people are saying. So he was talking about how like they've brought on, now it's 13,000 members that are the voting members. So I
Right.
did think that was interesting because it makes it more diverse, and
Sure. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, no,
So,
that was interesting. Well, I'm actually not going to watch the Super Bowl, to be honest with you. I'm over all
no,
these
that's not
things.
even true. You're so full of
Here's
shit.
the thing. Here's the thing. It was so obvious that Casey was going to take that with the refs' help that I just think the same thing is
Oh
going to
yeah,
happen this year. So what's the point in watching? I'm
you guys.
legitimately boycotting the Super
But
Bowl.
he said he's not a conspiracy theorist.
Of course I am. I never said that. I said my betting was
You
not
said I'm
conspiracy
not a
theory.
conspiracy.
There's no conspiracy if one team is playing against no other team. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know what to tell you.
true.
It's 2-1. It's the refs in KC
I
versus the
know.
Eagles.
I
You know,
know. What do they do? They fly their own refs in, or how does that work?
I think there's something there with respect to the fact that the NFL needs Taylor, and
Mm.
that is why they
Rogers, like, she like took away, the microscope on Roger.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
like, thank the Lord.
yeah. It's
Like,
something like
I
that.
need her,
When he
because everyone
retires,
was like reaming him.
yeah, when he retires, when Kelsey retires from the league, I think that everything goes back to normal. So that's probably the next time you see a non-KC
Yeah.
title. Yeah, just throwing that out
Yeah.
there. All right.
Super Bowl ads run $8 million each. So something to think
So
about.
we'll see some cool stuff. I'm excited. More excited for those than the game. That now
All
get
right.
out to
Well,
bed.
apparently this is a pop culture podcast now. So
Yes, it
pop culture
is.
and sports.
It was really just very little about bourbon today, which
Well, this has been fun, Nathaniel.
I have had a
And
good laugh today. Thank you for everything enlightening me on how hard kids are.
yeah, just like to remind you. As a reminder, we are not gambling experts and do not take anything we say to heart.
Oh
Most
God.
of all, thanks so much for joining us for another episode of Caviar and Chips. Please find us on all the social channels. Let us know what you think. Also, we are looking for advertisers. So if you are a brand and you love what we talk about and you think we'd be great fits to represent your brand, we promise we would do a really good job at that.
Yeah, we will. We love you.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Love ya.
Bye.